Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. As always, your host Papatello, bringing coverage and news and all that good stuff from above. I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and shout out to you, much love to you. I'm not gonna lie, your boy's pretty beat right now. My throat's kind of hurting me a little bit. I have a sore throat at the moment, so don't mind the low monotone tello for today. A little bit more deep bass in the voice. It's almost like my you-know-what has dropped finally and I hit puberty. Settle down, not that type of video. Editor, you know what to do. Get the honey, the tea, and of course, the Poland Spring. Much love to you. Also, by the way, guys, tonight at 10 o'clock on Hello J Tillo on Twitch TV, we're going to be having our first raid with the comeback kids with Sky and Lance. I'm looking forward to that. For Nurubar Palace on normal mode, I guess that's the one we're doing. I got my item level above 602. I'm looking good, and I'm ready to go. So come check us out there on Twitch, all right? 10 p.m. Eastern. Now, besides that, there is stuff that I want to talk about to you guys with Season of Discovery today. So I was laying down in bed, macking, relaxing, and I was looking on Twitter, and I saw a post from Wildhead talking about a new account-wide rune currency being added to SOD Phase 5 on the PTR. I was very interested. I was like, oh, okay, let's see what this is all about. And then I saw the Sarf tweet as well, talking about Season of Discovery is finally getting some really solid catch-up mechanics for old runes on PTR, and some shared reputation rewards across BattleNet. And I was like, wow. So you mean to tell me, hold on a second, 5 months or 6 months, whatever many months it's been, and we're in Phase 5, about to get to Phase 5, you know, in the next, what, week or so? They finally added catch-up runes to the game for people's alts or new players getting involved in the video game of Season of Discovery. I started laughing a little bit because, in my opinion, this is not me to be, I'm not trying to hate on it, I'm not shitting on it. I just think it's so many months too late. Am I wrong on that? You know, I think it's better late than ever, of course, you know, no matter what, even if they just added it, great. But is any of you guys in the comments below, like, just let me know this right now. Are you genuinely interested in leveling your alts on Season of Discovery, or did you just do your main and that's it? You're ready to do BWL, raid log, and get out of there. Let's be real. All right, let's cut the BS. You just want to do BWL and get your loot and dip. Because I get you. I understand you. I don't know if many people care about leveling alts, and I don't know if players who were playing the game at the time who struggled with getting these runes, such as, like, you know, the Dark Rider questline, and we all know how annoying the Dark Rider questline was, not at the time with doing it with groups and friends, when you were able to do it like raid parties and stuff like that, just to go out across the world, you know, from, you know, the Eastern Kingdoms to Kalimdor, and all the many places I'm obviously showing you here on the screen to get them. It was just a struggle, you know. It was annoying in the first place, even with the groups, right? Because, like, you had to go back and forth. So imagine for the player doing that by himself, just by themselves, solo dolo, going for these Dark Riders, the process of that, coming to Season of Discovery right now and having to get all their runes and all that stuff. It is quite the annoyance. And I saw something on their post here on Wowhead, which has leave me thinking about what's actually going to happen if it's a little bit more easier said than done, because they show a bunch of new items here that is supposedly benefiting with the emblem system that they have in place, that benefits a lot of runes that are going to be much more easier to access, so to say. But then they say something here which kind of confuses me. It says, for example, druids who have defeated the Dark Rider and earned the King of the Jungle rune will be able to purchase the melee specialist rune on their hunter without completing the entire process over again. So, when I think of that, I think of, okay, so it's benefiting the players who have played the game, who have completed something already to the max on their main character, and if they decide to make an alt, it's going to be more easier access to do this via a vendor, correct? So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And it seems like you could purchase these, like, emblems or whatever, so to say, with, I'm assuming, undermine reels, from, it looks like, from, you know, what Sarf's post was showing. But once again, it doesn't answer something that is a little alarming. Is that, what if a player never played Season of Discovery at all, and they just are getting involved? I know it sounds crazy, but there are players who are just getting involved, possibly with Season of Discovery Phase 5. Now, I'm saying possibly, because obviously there could be no new players, right? But what if there is new players that are getting involved with, you know, right now? They're leveling up, going through just the organic experience of World of Warcraft, or going through questing through zone to zone, etc., whatever that they're using, right? Questy or whatever that they're using to go from point A to point B. what about them? What if they never had a main to complete any of this? You know, they still got to struggle, I believe, because if they don't do undermine reels, and let's say if they get the undermine reels, because it's saying on the text itself, druids who have defeated the Dark Rider, or just for example, any class that has defeated the Dark Rider. So is it saying that your main account, your main character, I guess we'll say character, not account, but your main character has to already defeat the Dark Rider to make these other things easier accessed for your character? If that's the case, then new players are totally screwed. If you're a new player coming to Season of Discovery, you might as well not bother, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to easily access a lot of these runes still. But if that's not the case, and they're saying, oh, just new players, if they're leveling up, whatever, get to 60, if they just do some dungeons and get undermine reels, they can just purchase their runes via vendor, then that's not a problem at all. The new players, you're okay, 2 thumbs up, no problem, good job, Blizzard. I still think it's a good job from Blizzard at the end of the day to add this system for their core player base that is obviously playing the game nonstop, if they want to level alts and stuff of that nature. But for new players, it's still kind of a very shaky situation, just personally in my opinion, just from reading how this text is being described right now and how I'm translating it to you guys. I remember also a time where I was even myself, you know, going through like BRD for like the Hammer of the Righteous rune. I remember I made video on this a long time ago, and I was talking about, man, like I can just imagine how hard it is for a new player, a new Paladin player, trying to go through this and get this damn rune. It was horrible, right? And obviously this was before like BRD was obviously a little bit more easier to clear. We were challenging ourselves just to get this rune. But man, I was like, if players are struggling, you know, early on, I'm struggling now. I mean, there has to be a lot of players that are struggling overall to get certain runes, right? So I think overall, I'm just happy that they've decided to add, you know, the system in place. I personally really enjoyed the passive book system that they did, especially within Scarlet Monastery way back then. I thought it was cool how they added, like, you know, books and stuff of that nature. I wish they kind of expanded more on that idea of passive books, probably for like other abilities and talents, and even maybe even more support for runes that are a little bit more weak on the, you know, whatever end, whether it's damage, healing, threat, etc. And passive books helped benefit those runes. That would have been a cool little system, and then you make people play dungeons or whatever you have to do to get these passive books. Now, that's just me spitballing, right? But overall, though, I'm really excited for, you know, the future of Season of Discovery heading in this direction. At least they're adding support. You know, I don't want to go off too much on a rant of, you know, talking about, you know, how to make the game better via passive books and runes, right? That's not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is just say, I'm happy about it. Let's move on and go from there. I guess on a final note, which I would have to say for like this video as well, is that I'm really excited to be getting in there. We're getting closer and closer, guys, to, you know, Phase 5. I'm going to have a blast. I cannot wait to, you know, transfer over to Crusader Strike, because now, you know, they confirmed, you know, Tom Ellis confirmed on the Blizzard post, which I'll show you here, that everyone is going to be able to play on both factions, on both sides. So the old limitation of, you know, PvP Alliance, PVP Horde on the same server, you can have one here, is no longer there. And I think that's great, honestly. I'm really excited for that, and I'm looking forward to playing with a lot of buddies of mine that I never had the opportunity to play with before. And it's going to be a great damn time for me, for sure. I'm really excited about that. I do wish that they address something, you know, for PvP players who want to transfer to PvE and probably go to Wildgrowth. Maybe they don't like the griefing or tired of that. So I feel for you guys in the comments below. If you don't like, you know, the PvP servers, I totally get that. And I vouch for you guys as well. I do think that, you know, they should open up all doors and avenues for players if there's like a mass majority vote that players want this, right? But besides that, I'm just excited to, you know, get in there and, you know, go in Battlegrounds again and PvP with friends and, you know, just have a good time and Mac and get some cool new gear and just, you know, do my thing in BWL and chill when, you know, the guild and friends. And that's really what I'm looking forward to overall within Season of Discovery. But besides that, that is basically it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, my throat hurts a little bit, so I can't yell too much. But as always, much love to you. Keep on keeping on, shine on, all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Make sure to take your magnesium citrate
if you're low on magnesium, you might be vitamin deprived, so to say. I'm not gonna give you mine. Go get your own, sir, because if you don't get your own, I'm gonna get the baseball bat, and I'm gonna do you like they did, what's those two guys from that old movie, Casino, with Joe Pesci? You're gonna get brought to the desert and put in a ditch. Okay, my throat's hurting. Editor, cut the tape.